Hi everyone, my name is Dawn of Embracing Dawn, and this is a weekly read for Pisces for September 6th to September 12th. Now I was going to shuffle up and get an archetype card, but one jumped out right away, so that's the one we're going to go with. Archetypes are patterns of behavior that we follow, and this deck in particular, it represents people that, these patterns of behavior are shown with people, and they have a light attribute when you're using it within the positive power, and then they have a shadow attribute when it's a challenge for us. So this week it is the gambler. The light attribute is your willingness to follow your intuition even when others doubt you. And the shadow attribute is relying on luck rather than hard work. Okay, so for those Pisces that can connect to that already, so it's relying on your intuition when others doubt you, and in shadow it is relying on luck instead of doing the work. Okay, so let's shake up some tarot here and see what comes up for you to bring some more clarity to this basic message. Okay, so we'll take 6 cards. Alrighty, so looking at this, I'm just going to turn them all the right way because I don't do them in the reversed roll here. All right, so using your intuition, Pisces, when other people are doubting you. So having that strength to do that. You've got the Queen of Cups here, which is all about sensitivity. This is a court card, and cups represent our emotions and water. So this could definitely represent you because Pisces, you are all about the water, right? And we're just coming out of this full moon energy as well that was just a few days ago. So that could be lingering here. And the key card, or the key message here with her is sensitivity. You know, she's all about the beautiful emotions. She's very intuitive. She's got that beautiful, loving energy, wanting to make everyone secure. She's fairly intuitive. So this definitely could represent you, and you're to make sure that you use that intuition if this is a representation of you, whether you're, any identity. It doesn't have to be, although it's feminine, it can be any identity, it doesn't matter. Because on top of that, we've got the 9 of Cups, which is the wish. So, and we've got more cups to come. So you've got wish fulfillment here, which is a really big deal, and that's a really huge card. Everybody wants to, see that in a reading. It's very, very positive. So following your intuition around whatever it is that comes up for you in the next week, really make sure you're connected. That's what I will say. Really make sure you're connected. Make sure you're grounded. Make sure you're really tuned in and you're not following what you think is your intuition, and it's impulse. So really tune in to that energy of the Queen there and check in. And when you get an intuitive sense, really do a check with yourself. Okay, so is this what I think it is, or is this just impulsive? And your gut will tell you right away, or your soul, your higher self, you will get some kind of signal, but make sure that you do. And the reason I say this is because you've got the 2 of Swords here. 2 of Swords is air energy, so it could be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius that is coming in if there's a person connected to this. But you see how the swords are at cross purposes. The swords are your mental body, that's your thinking. And you've got a crossroads here. So you've got things that are maybe working a little bit at cross purposes. They're not fully aligned. So this is where it's really important for you to use your intuition with whatever comes up this week. Regardless of people that doubt you from that space of just doubting you because, like, if it's an authentic conversation you're having with someone and they're expressing their feelings around, you know, the hesitance of something, that's one thing. But, you know, when people make assumptions about us, they assume that we're going to behave in patterns of the way that's predictable, the way they've seen us behave before. And as we grow and evolve, the way that we process things changes. The way that we do things shifts and changes with our maturation and our growth, right? So if this connects to people from the past that are, or who are reacting from a past space, or if they're just saying, you know, oh, leave it alone, you know, you don't have to put in the work for that, it'll just happen. It won't just happen. You do have to put in the work, and there's a huge benefit for you in the end, because that wish fulfillment is like, it can be anything. It can be emotional, it can be material, it can be something you've been working hard to really come in and achieve, and you're going to get that achievement. This is the Seven of Pentacles here. Pentacles is about the material again, so that's earth sign connection. But this is all about whatever this is for you, that you're going to intuitively come to this understanding or this knowing or what you're working for. This really does have potential. You've got to stick with it. You've got to push through, you know, and not go into the shadow of just sort of kissing it to the sky without any intention, direction, action. You've got to take that action, you know, but you're in the right space. Like you're in tune and you're on point. And then here we've got number 4, the King of the Ocean, order. So this would be the Emperor. So he's all about structures, stability, order, having everything just so. So he's the king, so he's that mature, or he's the emperor, but he's the king in here. So he's got that very mature energy. It is likely a male figure, but it could be any identity, but it is likely a male, a mature male that is trying to help bring in structure, bring in order. So if you are confused, if you're at cross purposes here, you know, this could be someone to go to rely on, to help give you feedback with whatever this pertains to in terms of using your intuition and bringing this, moving through this week. So that could be definitely that energy. You could also just be asked to balance the embodied energy of the Emperor with this Queen over here as well. And I believe she was the Queen of Cups, yes. So balancing the Queen of Cups and the Emperor energy with that sensitivity versus that, you know, wanting everything to be all in line and in order. It's very important to have your ducks lined up, so to speak. You know, if you're doing something that is long-term, or that you, when you're working towards achieving something, you have steps in it, right? So you want to pay attention to that. And then we've got the Three of Cups over top of this card, and Three of Cups is about reunions. So it could be that you're going to be reuniting with someone that represents this Emperor energy. It could be that there's someone coming back into your life. It could be friendship. It could be a small celebration. It could be friends from far away, people that you've been distant with perhaps, that will be coming back in, and this is a happy time. This is supposed to be a happy time, and then you have this wish fulfillment. So there's a lot going on here that it seems very general. There's nothing really clearly coming through in terms of, you know, a zing message, but maybe it's just the feels this week for Pisces, moving through situations, and this is how, you know, the cards are suggesting and Spirit is suggesting that you handle it. We'll get a couple more oracle, and one already came out. There you go. Just to get a little more clarity around what's going on with your cards and with your message. Yeah, okay. There we go. And I'm going to pull one more oracle from here. I didn't do this for the other readings, but I just want to be sure, since it is really quite generalized, what's going on here. So let's take a look. Oh, there you go. See? Yeah. I'm glad we did that. Okay, so we've got fire and ice. So that's your base, your root, you know, your base chakra, your root chakra, your foundation. That's the red and the fire, and maybe even fire sign, you know, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But then you've got the ice there as well. So you've got the blues, which is all about the higher level chakras and your connection to source. So it's all about being balanced and being grounded as you move through these events and these shifts this week, making sure that you use your energy to follow your intuition, regardless of what, you know, if people are doubting you or not. And then we have God Speaks, number 33, another master number there. So that is using your intuition with the Queen here, using your intuition here. That is literally hearing God speaking to you, our God source, our spirit source. You know, when we're connected in, that's where intuition comes from, is our higher self and our connection to source. So really listen into those messages, because you are getting them loud and clear and strong this week for whatever this is. And I think I know now, launching your journey. I am an intrepid traveler sailing forth into the universe. So whatever this beginning is for you, you are starting something new. You are at the beginning of a new job, a new profession, a new passion, a new connection, romance, whatever it is, you know, preparing for a trip. But this could be a physical journey, but it could also just be a metaphoric journey, where, you know, you're starting something new here. So this is the beginning of a new cycle, and you're really being encouraged to own your strength in terms of your intuitiveness, your connection to source, and knowing what you know, in your heart space. So Pisces, those are your messages for September 6th to September 12th, 2020. Thanks so much for sticking around. And remember to live big and shine your light bright. Until next time.